Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Incompetent Nerds. I am your host, Tank, along with a very special guest who needs no introduction.
None.
My good old friend, PK. How's it going, PK?
It's going awesome. Tank, man, when you were doing your introduction, I was actually holding my mouth because I was about to blurt out something. You know that meme with the bird? Have you seen it? It's like the bird will be saying something, and out of nowhere, this crow interrupts him, like all obnoxious, and then the bird has this like kind of stale face on. I was totally about to do that, but like, no, let me. This is my first time. Let me not do that.
No, I never heard of no. I never seen the meme of that.
Meme?
No.
Oh my goodness, it's hilarious, man. It'll come across your path, definitely. But continue.
Well, on today's agenda, damn it, I can't speak. We're just going to be discussing just anything that comes to our mind. E3, even though that's been about a month?
Close to a month ago, about like 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks ago, talk about stuff like that, movies, gaming, all nerd culture, things that, me and DJ, Jesus Christ, your damn Skype, me and PK here really enjoy. And this is going to be the first episode of actually recording from Skype.
Bam.
Make things easier on our guests. So let's see how this goes. And if you people don't like it, let me know. Try something different. If you do like it, let me know. I'll keep it going. So, Jones, PK.
What's up? Yeah, right.
I just let that shit out.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh man. So everything in news in nerd culture, what's been on your mind? Things you've been looking forward to?
Man, let me tell you, I've just after out of all the big announcements, the AAA titles that were announced at E3 and the past few months before E3, they have all fallen out of my I would just say my sight, for lack of a better words, because all I'm excited for right now is Soul Calibur 6, man. Soul Calibur 6. I cannot wait for that game. I've been watching gameplay nonstop. It looks beautiful. The action scenes, the backgrounds, man, the soundtracks. It's just, that game looks intense, and I'm foaming at the mouth sometimes when I watch these videos, man. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
I remember throughout our previous conversations of oh crap, here we go. Hold on. This is definitely gonna stay in the podcast.
This is Chicago.
Pretty much. Oh, our viewers know we're from Chicago.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Oh, they all know we're from Chicago. But I remember you telling me about Soul Calibur 6 and how you're excited for it and how you're just about to bust out your Wii because it's backwards compatible with the GameCube. You're looking forward to get
Soul Calibur 2.
Soul Calibur 2. Just get back
I'm
into
I'm gonna get that, man. I'm gonna get that, kind of wet my whistle. Get the combos together, man. I'm definitely doing that.
Sounds good. Let's see. What, man? It's just like, there's a couple things I was excited for, and a couple things it's just like, meh. What falls under the meh is Anthem. It looks gorgeous. I really feel like if BioWare doesn't really do something different with this game, they're gone. They're gonna be the studio of yesteryears.
And it's unfortunate, man. It really is. And I was actually, right before you called, I was playing Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
And it's just like, seeing what they did with Mass Effect 1 and that game, it was so awesome. The character development, the stories, like the missions and the gameplay, it was so awesome, for its time. And it actually, in my opinion, it aged well. It's the gameplay it has its flaws, but compared to some of these titles, it plays better.
Yeah.
Like titles these days, it plays better. And for that studio to go under like that, it'll just be really unfortunate if that were to happen.
Yeah, I never really played any of the Mass Effect games, so
Hmm.
I didn't really care about when Andromeda came out and all that
Hmm.
bullshit happened. I was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. But
Yeah.
I don't remember playing many BioWare games growing up, and it's
Hmm.
like with them and Anthem. Like at first when I saw Anthem, I'm like, holy crap, this game looks amazing. It's gonna be fun. Now the more I'm watching it, it's more like, uh,
Yeah,
it
especially because they haven't. Oh, well, go ahead and finish.
it really reminds me. Anthem is a division.
Uh-huh.
it's it's the baby of Division and Destiny. You got the sci-fi
Hmm.
themes
Right.
along with the Division's somewhat the third person shooter type environment,
Hmm.
and that
Yeah.
is what did they say is semi open world. So
Something like that.
it
Yeah.
uh falls under like the Division or well, the Division is considered like an open world
Hmm.
where Destiny isn't. It's you could call it like a semi open world. Can't go
Right.
everywhere, but you can go around in certain areas.
Yeah.
So I feel like this game's gonna be mixed. It's just a mixture of both, and the MMO light genre is just a shitty genre right now.
Mm.
Something that was created by Destiny, and all games that came after it just all failed.
Mm. Wow.
Well, not failed, but just has bad press or doesn't
Mm.
last long because of the whole what you call it, games of a service,
Games of a service.
games as a service. My bad.
Oh, as a service. So you said like MMO light. Like, what's some games that are like that?
Destiny, Division,
Uh-huh.
of course, Anthem.
Hmm.
Um, well, so some games that consider that. Shit. You will have somewhat of an MMO style type game,
Hmm.
but it's a lighter version. So instead of like, imagine, of course, World of Warcraft, the most famous MMO out there.
Hmm.
Think of that, just not that crazy in terms of players in the same area, in the environment, and how things change. In that type
Oh,
of game,
okay.
in that type of genre, it's
Uh-huh.
more controlled,
Hmm.
but you will have. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's freaking raining.
Oh, nice.
No, nice. This
I
hot
can't
summer
wait for
day
that
is
rain to
just.
come over here.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm like, wait a minute. It's freaking raining. But just think of like that World of Warcraft type genre, that
Yeah.
MMO genre, just lighter.
Hmm.
And you would think some of these game companies, these developers will have some more control over it, especially that more gamer like there's more gamers playing on console than there is PC. Oh no, this is getting ridiculous. It is coming
Yeah.
down hard. I hope this doesn't get picked up on the
Oh, yeah.
microphone.
I heard it already.
Oh god damn it.
I heard it already. It's hitting the window.
Yeah.
Hmm. And when you said how it is not really holding your interest, I haven't really been following it either, man, because they haven't showed anything else from when they showed at E3, that so-called demo,
Yeah.
which we didn't even get the whole demo. They cut certain parts out of it, I guess, and for respect of a certain time that they had to keep.
Yeah.
But I would like for them to release the whole demo. Like, okay, when they killed the monsters, was there a leveling up system? Were there items that you can find out in the world? Like, and then the big boss fight at the end. How you gonna not keep that, or at least show some of it? Like, they didn't really show us anything to be excited over, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Dude, I really feel like this game is not even complete. It's not fully complete yet. And it was supposed to come out this year, and they pushed it to spring of not spring. I think I want to say winter next year,
Mm,
January, February, well,
yeah.
first quarter next year.
Okay.
And they were saying like, no, this wasn't because it's not done. The game is done. It's just
Hmm.
there's several games coming out the same day that is coming out, and we want to put it where it has a better chance to sell.
Oh, dude. I watched this interview of I believe it was the director of not Anthem, but somebody at EA. But he was saying they were talking about Andromeda.
I had a feeling you're gonna go to that. I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking about.
that he blamed the failure of Andromeda on freaking
Legend of
Breath
Zelda.
of the Wild. I'm
Yep.
like, what? Like, first of all, he's saying there was like a lot of competition that month. And dude, somebody showed like a calendar of the months of like the games that came out that month, and it wasn't even that packed.
It
It was
wasn't.
insane. Like, how can
Five
you even?
games came out that month.
And they weren't even like AAA titles. Like,
Exactly. And the only RPG, because he claimed in his video, it was five RPGs coming out that time, the largest in any of gaming history. Bro, you sound like Trump when
mhm.
you said that.
Right.
He sounded like Trump any in gaming history.
Yeah, right.
And I was laughing because I seen the same thing in a video where they were discussing. I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Like, the only true RPG was Andromeda. Then you had Mass Effect. I mean, you had Andromeda come out. Then he had
Mhm.
Zelda, which is more of an action adventure, not an RPG. You had
Mhm.
Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a light RPG. It's
Yeah.
not that heavy into it. You're still truly RPG. And then what was
Mhm.
it? I think two more like indies.
Now get this. Okay, check it out. So Horizon Zero Dawn had massive success, right?
Yeah,
Breath of the Wild, massive success. And then we have Mass Effect. Now, here's why his excuse was BS. Mass Effect has it's pretty much a household name, right? It
yeah.
has a major following. And so, like, for him to blame it on Zelda is no excuse. Like, if Horizon can come out and do big, like Mass Effect, if it was a complete and polished game, it would have done great too. But they had their flaws. And the fact that he wasn't able to kind of own up to that, it was really lame on his part and just kind of gave me a bad taste
Yeah.
for Anthem coming up.
Yeah, I feel like Anthem's is gonna fail, and it's kind of sad to say that. Like in all, I would love EA to fail, but if that were to happen, all those studios that they have under them will
Hmm.
just go down. It's like fuck. But EA is just the top dog right now, and even if Activision was in their shoes, or Ubisoft, or whoever else was
Hmm.
actually in those shoes as top dog developer, top dog producers, it's like, yeah, no, people are gonna hate on them no matter what. And of course,
Hmm.
I can't stand EA, and I can't stand their PR. What the fuck changed? Like, okay, I know you're very excited for Battlefield 5.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm waiting into it to see. I'm waiting into it to see. Waiting for it to get closer to its release date to see more on it.
Hmm. Did you have a chance to catch that video of the closed alpha?
No, I have not.
Okay. Yeah, I've been watching some gameplay. It looks good. Um, I mean, of course, it still has its glitches, but from what I've seen, it looks awesome. It looks pretty like what's supposed to be happening happens. You know,
Yeah,
you shoot a guy, he goes down. There's not like any lag. I did see one guy glitch, like he was teleporting, but like that was the only character glitch. Well, actually, no. This guy was he had his rifle like in a hip fire mode, like he was just holding it,
yeah.
and when he's not shooting, he's holding his weapon with his left hand, the barrel part. And when he shoots, it separates from the gun for some reason, but his hand is still shaking like he's holding it. It was hilarious looking.
Oh my god,
um,
that reminds me
that
about.
was
Remember the Battlefield 3 fucking bugs and hilarious moments?
Yes,
That
dude.
kind of
Oh my
reminded me
goodness,
of.
bro. Another glitch. This was hilarious. Like dead bodies were just like wiggling and writhing on the floor. It was just like ew. They need to patch that immediately because it looks disgusting and kind of terrifying too.
Yeah.
They're just squiggling around. Like, no, please fix this.
One thing that's just kind of getting me away from Battlefield 5 is the fact that the producers are just being little shits to their fan base. Okay, now we can agree. There's a lot of people in the fucking fandom that will just love to see shit just burn. But there's people who really, really, care for the franchise and really wants it to prosper and hope for the better of it and just want answers.
Yeah.
The whole theme comes from the bionic arm British lady with the fighting in the battlefield. And their response, DICE's response, is sexism, racism, blah, 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 all this other shit. And I sit here like, no, because most of those people who are telling you are wondering like, yo, why is it there's a woman in the middle of the battlefield fighting and she's British?
Right.
Okay, this doesn't sound right. Women in the British military, women never served in the British military in that time.
Oh,
mostly as doctors. And
speaking of which, not to cut you off, but they kind of throw it in your face. I was watching some more of the closed alpha, and you know how in Battlefield 1, like the main menu screen, they had, I think, like the Indian guy or something. It was like the guy holding his grenade, or it was something. But they had the character right in the middle. Well, it's the female. She's up there. So they just throw it in your face like, yep, they're here.
Yeah. Especially a lot of people are just talking about, there's a woman on the cover too. For me, I really don't care. It's a game, but don't get on your fan base. Don't be dicks about it. If they come with a concern, like Jones, hey, PK, your shoes are untied. You're fucking racist. Right? No, PK, your shoes is untied. I don't want you to trip. You're racist. You're a bigot, and you're sexist.
Absolutely.
Jones, do you understand what I'm telling you? Your shoes are untied, bro. I don't want you to fall. And when you do fall, guess what happens? I blame you for not telling me my shoes were untied. I told you your shoes was untied.
Right?
That's what's going on with Lucasfilms and the Star Wars fan base. And now it's happening again with DICE and the Battlefield fan base. But one thing that kills me is when I see YouTube videos and people like explaining why DICE fans are mad. They're like, DICE was always a game based around realism and historical events.
You mean Battlefield?
Yeah, Battlefield was based on historical events and realism. Other than Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 1942. What other Battlefield game was based on historical events? Because I don't fucking remember Battlefield 3 being a historical event or Battlefield 4 being a historical event, other than it was the shittiest game. I mean, historically.
It was just modern times, so they didn't really have to base it off of anything except what the military uses today.
Pretty much. So in my case, I'm like stuck in the middle part where it's like, if you want to dive into World War II, go with the accuracy. If you don't want to go with the accuracy, then say it's a fictional fucking World War II.
Yeah.
And on the other part of me, it's just like, it's a fucking game.
Right.
If you want to know the history of World War II, fucking watch a documentary or read a book. I'm dead honest. I'm dead serious. You want to know the actual history, do that. But then again, I am not on the side of these trolls who are just making it worse for people like myself and others who want to comment them, telling them, comment their concerns about the game and how they feel like this is not right for a World War II game, dude. It's like goes back to tying your shoe metaphor that I use.
Right.
Because we already, after what you guys did, we already know what's gonna happen. PK, your shoes untied. You're a bigot. You're a racist, and you don't like diversity within gaming and movies and television and entertainment business at all.
Right.
No, PK, your shoes are untied. I just don't want you to fall. PK falls. Boom. You're still a bigoted racist who do not support diversity in the entertainment world, and you are a straight white male. Okay, fine. You know what? If I am a straight white male who is a bigot, racist, fucking sexist person, then okay, cool. Last time I checked, I'm not. I am a straight male, but not white.
Not at all.
Not at all. I got some color.
Yeah, it's what these. I don't know what's happening with kind of. I don't know. I'll just say entertainment and media in general. Like they feel that they have to force these different types of like agendas, like just because like there's no real meaning behind it, you know?
Yeah.
Like I didn't read it. I didn't read the article, but I saw the title. They were talking about Soul Calibur 4. I'm sorry, not 4. 6.
Yeah.
And they were talking about it was about Ivy and you know how she's dressed. I'm like, I didn't even bother reading it. I'm like, okay, first of all, do they understand she's a dominatrix? Like, do they know that? First of all, like that's her whole thing. Like, let's definitely put her in a business suit with her sword whip. That would make sense. Yes. And it's just like I don't understand why they feel that they have to force these things upon developers or the fans just because they want to rake in some extra money. Like if you want to do it like get the extra money. There's ways to do this.
Exactly.
Like you don't have to put women in the World War II battlefield because like, hey, it's gonna bring a new female market. Like if you want a new female market, how about create a whole separate game with a female lead or something? Or like I don't know, make some story up. Like okay, we got this DLC. Like this was undercover, like kind of anchor it in realism, but it never really happened. You know, like this was some top secret mission. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
Like there's ways to do this instead of just shoving it down our throats and then, as you say, calling us sexist, bigoted, and all that nonsense.
It's just super annoying. It's like, you know what? I'm teaching myself how to program because I want to create an application and mostly a game. And you know what? Know what I'm going to do? And I bet you I won't make a damn dime. I'm going to make an SJW game.
SJW?
Yeah, social justice warrior. That's what these people are. That's what they
Oh, yeah.
That's what they call themselves. They're social justice warriors. They fight for the better of man. And for those who can fight for themselves. But they do it anyways.
Actually, you might make a fortune on that. Just saying that.
Well, the main character is going to be a pink hair, gender neutral character.
Yes.
Who's also a feminist.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot refer to them as he or she, but only as they. They or them.
Uh-huh. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you'll make a fortune off of that, man.
Yeah, because there's going to be all the trolls going to fucking buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll make it better. I'll make it free to play with microtransactions and fucking loot boxes and shit.
Whew. Go on the road of Fortnite. You do that.
Yeah. Fuck it. That's going to make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Said nobody ever. Oh, man. Another thing is, on that topic.
What?
It seems like Kathleen Kennedy is staying with Lucasfilms for a little bit of time.
Kathleen Kennedy?
President of Lucasfilm.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me about that.
Well, what I told you was she was planning on they were planning on firing her.
Mm-hmm.
Since nobody wants to take up that fucking role at Lucasfilm because of the shit that she did. Not just split up the fandom, but also split up Lucasfilm. Nobody wants to take control. Even Kevin Feige, the fucking gangster himself, don't want to take that.
Hey, I don't touch that, man. my gangster voice.
That's your gangster. That's your gangster voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you racist. Trying to make fun of Italians. Oh my god. Hey, how about that text message I sent you? Sylvia sounded like a New Yorker.
Oh my goodness, yes. That was hilarious.
Bro, I was laughing the whole time I was sending you that text.
Oh man, yeah. So what are the plans for? Okay, so she's gonna stay. Like, what happened with that?
Well, she's gonna stay, but I believe her time is numbered.
Mm-hmm.
Her time there is numbered, so she's gonna stay. I think they told her not to have your creativity in these films. She has no creative direction within the films at all. She's only going to stay as the president of Lucasfilm, and make sure it pushes the company towards making more money. And the problem is Disney bought Lucasfilm for I think $4 billion.
Wow, really?
They bought that movie for $4 billion. I want to say Force Awakens was $500 million the budget. I want to say, or less than that. I'm not entirely sure. Let's say 450. That movie made $2 billion.
Oh man!
So now if you add it up, $4 billion on the franchise, then another 500. Let's say $500. So $4.5 billion for in this project. Now they made $2 billion off the Force Awakens. Boom, you take $2 billion off of that. They have a debt of 2.5. You could say. Last Jedi came along, thinking it was gonna fucking blow expectations and be the #1 movie in America, and it made less money than that. It made over $1 billion, but it made less than that. Then Solo came along, and Solo was the most expensive Star Wars movie to date because of the reshoots.
What?
80% of the movie was done, and they had to do reshoots again.
Wow.
So on top of the budget, which was, I think, they haven't released the budget, but people are saying it was about 200 mil. On top of that, you could add maybe another 100 to 200 mil there.
Wow. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, not 100 to 200 mil. It's more like another 200 to 300 mil. And that the only thing they gave out was Solo only lost out because in the domestic, Solo only lost out $80 million. Supposedly. That's what they're just giving us. It could probably be more or less than that. If it was less than that, they'll fucking let us know. But it could probably be more than that. So,
wow.
Because of that bomb and the fact that they were showing the Star Wars fandom, like the hardcore fan base, they're like, we have the power. Your casual fans will only come once. Your hardcore fans will go multiple times, especially if it's a great movie. You know how many times I saw The Force Awakens?
5.
Yeah, just about.
Okay.
On launch day with my grandfather. Another time with my brother. A third time with Chaos. Then a fourth time with my job. It was 4 times.
Wow. Okay.
I saw the movie 4 times already. Well, 4 times in theater. I saw Last Jedi just when it was released. It's now out on Netflix. Guess what I try to do? I try to watch it again with an open mind. Yeah. I can't even get through the first 10 minutes before I hate this fucking movie. Click.
Wow. Did you just say click?
Bro, it's just I can't do it. I can't do it. It's like the prequels are a lot better than this. They're more entertaining to watch than The Last Jedi. The best of the prequels was Revenge of the Sith. Best one, no doubt. Most people agrees that is the best one of the prequels. The shittiest one people say is Attack of the Clones, which I kind of enjoy. You think so?
Yeah, I think the worst one was
Phantom
Episode 1. Yeah, is so long. It's so dragged on, and it's just boring until you get to like the final, like the fight scenes. it's just like a snore fest. To me, I actually preferred Attack of the Clones.
Oh yeah.
I like that one. Yeah. And then Revenge of the Sith.
Oh yeah. For me, it was Revenge of the Sith. When it comes to prequels, Revenge of the Sith, it goes backwards. It's 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
For the original trilogy, it's 2, 1, 3. And then for this sequel trilogy, it's more like you sounded like the Family Feud buzzer, bro.
Man. Yeah, okay. I'm in agreement with you. Like Force Awakens was like pretty awesome. Like it was great. Then the Last Jedi, I saw it on Netflix too. I'm like, oh, it's the Last Jedi. Okay, what am I looking for? I just completely disregarded it after that. It was ugly. It was really ugly. And like the Snoke part, like the ending with Snoke.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah,
for everybody, spoiler warning.
Definitely spoiler warning. Well, I won't spoil too much of it, but like, how you gonna talk a big game like that and then just like end up crapping your pants? I'll just say that.
Bro.
It was totally anticlimactic and just plain old stupid.
Yeah.
It was stupid for them to do that. And I don't know what the was it because of that lady,
Kathleen Kennedy,
that's still hired with Lucas?
No, you could say it was her and Rian Johnson, the director.
Well, someone needs to get tomatoes thrown in their face. For
Bro,
that
what
one,
kills
man.
me is like he wrote this script, and I remember I was listening to this other podcast called World Class Bullshitters. I fucking love these guys.
Right.
Was it Thumb or no? It was Geeks and Gamers. It's a YouTube channel. They were saying like, how did Rian Johnson write this script to The Last Jedi? And did anybody fucking read it?
For real?
Did anybody read the first draft and was like, I like where you're going, Ryan, but we gotta change a couple things. All right, well, we gotta change. That's when you get a red pen or a red marker.
Yeah.
And just draw a circle on Rian Johnson's round face and be like, this is what we gotta change.
It's like print off a script with his face on the cover and just circle his face like, we need to change this.
We need to change this. This script is trash. This we need to change.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was really ugly.
I hate how they did Finn. And he was literally my favorite character for the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about wasted potential, man. Wasted potential. Like, could you imagine, like, Stormtrooper turned, like, badass pilot, like, for the Resistance, bro? Yeah.
It kills me. He's not even a pilot. He wasn't a pilot at all. He was a...
He wasn't. He was just a foot soldier.
He was a foot soldier. And that could have translated so well in terms of combat, in terms of to use Finn as in, yes, he was a foot soldier for the First Order. He was trained to fight and kill. And we don't see that shit. We don't see any of that. And it's just like, what the hell?
None of it.
None of it at all.
We barely saw him in combat. Like, at all. Wasted potential, man.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
No, I was saying that we barely saw him in combat at all.
Yeah, we did it. We did it at all. Did he even fire a fucking gun?
It was, I think, the only part that I can remember, it was from The Last Jedi when he was like in the ship about to like sacrifice himself. And that was literally like the only part I remember of him being in some form of combat. Other than that, it's him helping out Rey, running from Rey, running through casinos, and running with the Asian chick. And he did nothing, dude. He did nothing, man.
Well, he did more than Rey because she didn't do anything, and she somehow became much more powerful than Luke Skywalker.
Somehow, right?
No, did I tell you the canon? Did I tell you what's considered canon about Rey and why she didn't need training at all?
Well, why?
Because the Force works in mysterious ways. When Kylo Ren in the first movie was torturing her with the little Jedi mind trick or the Force mind trick, she was able to absorb or download all of his training. Like if it was the Matrix or a computer, that's the reason why she's told the stormtrooper, "You will release these bonds."
Really?
And was able to fight him one on one.
Where that came from? Like, okay, she knows this now.
Yeah, because that wasn't explained there. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe because everyone was saying like some people were defending like, there was rumors and stories. Maybe because she thinks she's special. She might be special, has some special abilities. Especially that she was able to feel something from Kylo. That's when she knew she was Force sensitive. So she just thought, let me try this, which took Jedi's years to master and Sith.
And then man. It's so fresh. Like, okay, let me just say I'm not a hardcore fan of Star Wars. I don't follow it that often. But I am a fan. I enjoy their movies. I enjoy some of the lore. And for her to just be a master without going through training after what I saw from like the prequels, seeing what Anakin went through, what Luke went through, and then here she comes just like, oh snap, here we go.
Skipping to my Lou.
Like through osmosis, literally. Like, like, come on now. This is just ridiculous. Man, I just it's just like I said, man, media is, I don't know what's happening with it. It's just kind of going down the toilet.
Yeah. And I was over here thinking like, man, gaming is not gonna go through that. I feel like it's too hard. It's ruled by the hardcore and, well, not really. It's ruled by the casuals, but it's like,
yeah,
like
right.
Come on. It's like gaming won't go through that. Gaming always fought against shit like this and the bullshit. Even though we came out with shitty games, but we still got games,
right?
That literally like made historical marks in history in terms of the ESRB being created because of games like Night Trap and Mortal Kombat. And now we got gory ass games like Doom and fucking what's that one stupid game?
Cooking Mama.
Cooking Mama. That one too,
yeah.
So gory. You're cooking. You're literally cooking dead animals
with mama too,
with like, mama at that. Like, you can't get any more gorier than that.
Not mama, no.
But now we got gamers going through this whole SJW moment. Marvel Comics is struggling in terms of like selling comic books because their whole SJW-ness, and now we have DC going into it. It's like, do you guys not understand? DC, you see Marvel as a competitor and how they're struggling to make comic books. And now you're hiring SJW writers for comic books. You're going to fall in the same fucking boat.
Wow. Whatever happened to art being a form of expression, not really caring what people think about it?
Everything is considered.
What's that?
Fuck, I forgot. I can't get the word out.
Like, just create. Just create. Like, create the story you want. You got a story to tell it. To hell with what the people say. If they like it, great. If they don't, great. Like, come on.
If you like it, great.
For real, stop trying to please everybody. That's why everything's shit today.
Pretty much.
I can't stand this. It's just, people are so sensitive now. Hey, I would like a cup of coffee. I'm offended. Like,
it's not called a coffee. It is called a cafe.
Right.
Like, cafe.
Oh my goodness. Like,
bro, I'm not in a fucking Spanish I'm not in a
Man.
Puerto Rican or Mexican store getting coffee. I'm in a Dunkin' Donuts.
Just brew your
Just give me
coffee.
coffee.
If they like their coffee bitter, great. If they like it sweet, great. Just brew your coffee, man. How you like it.
Hey, talking about coffee, bro. You gotta go to Cafe con Leche right here by my house.
Oh, yeah.
And what you call it? Drink some of that
Sponsored by.
coffee. Sponsored by Cafe con Leche. They have steak sandwiches and everything along with coffee.
Ooh, nice steak sandwich.
No,
Good.
they have their coffee. They literally call Cafe con Leche, bro. It is by far the best fucking coffee you ever have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Gotta check that out.
Oh hell yeah.
But it's just I don't like it. I don't like what these companies are doing. I don't like what these companies are allowing the public to do to them. Like there's almost no identity left with these companies. Like nobody wants to offend anyone. Everybody wants to please everybody. Like you disgust me. It's like
we're moving to a civilization where everybody's gonna wear gray, like a fucking gray pants, gray shirt. And nobody's gonna have a unique identity, and to hell with everybody else. To hell to uniqueness.
You ever watch Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah, I remember that scene.
Or everybody was gray blobs.
I wish everybody was the same and they were all gray blobs in a gray world. I'm wearing a pink hat. Somebody get that weirdo the pink hat.
Yeah, man.
That's something we're going to go into.
That's it, man. And it's just ridiculous. It's sad. It's sad.
It is. This is why we vote with our wallets. I'm dead honest. You want to end this shit? Vote with your wallet. Disney's ending this shit. That's why
they are?
Yeah, they told Kathleen Kennedy, you better not do it.
Man. I would just like, okay, tell me more about the whole Marvel thing. You said they are struggling making their comments. Like, what are some roadblocks, I'll say, that they're facing?
So Marvel comic books recently have been doing some SJW-esque comics. Well, mainly they're writers. They have gotten a few writers whose political spectrums are far left and SJW.
Yeah.
And their books have not been selling. The people who bought their books, they're reading it, they're checking it out, like, oh, this might be a good book. This might be a good read. Don't care who's on the cover. People just want a good story. They want to get it. They want to escape the reality. They read the book. Guess what's in there? Reality. It's like, the fuck? I use comic books to escape reality. Or the fact that the hero of the book doesn't go through any trials or tribulations to better themselves. It's like page 1, the end. This is the ultimate hero.
Right.
Okay.
Just slap a title on them, huh?
Yeah, it's just like, okay. So there's really nothing that these characters are going through. They're already superb, and then when people come out and voice their concerns on these issues, they are called out right away with racist or sexist.
Really?
Right away. When in fact they are the opposite. So you're calling a man who's been calling a white man who's been a fan of Black Panther since the release, who loves the story, who loves the escapism of this, the wonders of Africa and how this superhero is so, how he's so unique and different. You come up with a new Black Panther with an SJW writer who's now doing a whole Black Life movement or gay marriages, this is saying, all types of other stuff that's happening in our world, say immigration, and you incorporate that in your book and how Black Panther is facing with it. That person who's been a hardcore fan of who was just a white man, we'll just say, reading this book, reading these comic books, reads this book because he's such a fan and sees it, he's going to voice his concern.
Right.
He's going to be like, this is not the book I expected.
Mm-hmm.
All the other Black Panthers that I have read throughout my life all have been different. They all have been story driven. They've been great. The artwork, designs, the environment, the trials, the tribulations that T'Challa or whoever has helmed the Black Panther name has gone through was such a great and meaningful story.
Right.
And you change it up with this by adding stuff in the real world in which I try to escape from because I live it every day.
Right.
And you know what they hit him back with?
Racist, bigoted jerk.
Exactly. And of course they add the top because, you know, he's a white male, a straight white male.
Right. Man.
And it's fucking sad because no matter what, people who voice no matter who voices their concern. I don't know about you, but even if this episode was to go viral today of me and your conversation, you think we'll get hit with the whole they're straight white males complaining about something because, you know, they have it made good?
Yes.
Yes, we are. We being you are two straight white males.
Hi, my name is Daniel Williamberg, and I'm here to say no to whatever, man.
PK, is that the best white voice you have?
That's my white voice.
Hey, PK, you know, be successful in this business, you gotta use your white voice.
Yeah, right. I was just about to bring that. Up, dude. I'm gonna have to watch that movie. It looks great.
Oh my god, that movie looks so funny. People like you. He's like, God made this earth for all of us to live, but greedy people like you just want to take for yourselves and your family. Family? Cashman, I'm your son, I'm your uncle. Hey, no bullshit. That's me. That will be my fucking response to my nephew or child to say that to me. Family? Motherfucker, I'm your uncle.
Oh, yeah, man. We have to make a change. Tank, we must infiltrate the media hierarchy and destroy it. Bring it back to the golden years.
The golden years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to where, you know, they really just didn't give a damn.
Pretty much. It's just kind of fucked up. Yeah.
Man.
Well, that's all I have. What about you? Well, go ahead. You're about to say something.
Shoot, man. I was just going to talk about anime and how they're kind of doing their own thing. And soon enough, they might be bigger than Marvel and DC.
Oh, God, please don't tell me about Hunter versus Hunter or Hunter x Hunter.
Well, I mean, it's not finished yet.
Oh, my God.
I still got to catch up.
I saw the video you sent me.
Which one?
Is it Hunter x Hunter of the kid screaming?
No, that was actually My Hero Academia.
Oh,
that
was in Japanese. Yeah, in English. Ah! Español, Mexicano.
That was hilarious. I instantly thought about you. Like, oh, this is George's scream.
Oh God, dude, my girl hates that I could do that fucking laugh.
Really?
Oh God, it's called El Grito.
So
Chaos can't do it for shit, and he's Mexican as hell, and I could do it, and I'm Puerto Rican as hell. So it's like, how the hell I could do it, but you can't, dude? He tried it. I damn near cried. His voice cracked and everything. So my voice kind of faded out at the end. I couldn't do that last high part. Kind of faded out. But it was kind of funny with Chaos. When he tried it, I fucking died. He couldn't do it. But my girl hates it. And she's half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. And when when I did that, she damn near pushed me in the chest.
Damn.
She almost hit the diaphragm. She did push me in the chest, but she almost hit my diaphragm.
Oh, she was trying to
knock the
put
air
you
out
on
of
the
my
ground,
ass,
bro. She was gonna put you on the ground.
Yeah, domestic. I'm gonna call it.
Mm-hmm. Man, but hey, you got to get on My Hero Academia. Oh, I think that storm's coming. It just got dark. It just got dark, dude.
It's all bright in your house. It's all warm, and next thing you know, oh my god.
Yeah, man, it's coming.
The end is
dude,
nigh.
you gotta get on My Hero Academia. It's great, man. It's a character drama. You're gonna like the characters, man. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I don't know, dude. I haven't been checking out stuff. Is it on Netflix? Because I'm not gonna bother going to other sites.
It's not on Netflix. It's on Hulu, but it's subbed on Hulu. It's not dubbed yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found out fucking Attack on Titan is going to its third season. I was like, wait a minute.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
still waiting the second season.
On Netflix?
I don't know where the fuck is that. I'm gonna have to look up Attack on Titan. But when it comes to anime, I haven't been watching much of it. And the one I kind of did get into was Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix. I really enjoyed it because it was just funny.
I'm gonna start watching Food Wars. Have you heard about that one?
Food Warriors?
Food Wars.
Oh, I thought you heard you said Warriors.
Wars. No. Yeah, it's just. I mean, from my understanding, it's like a cooking show or something. But they just make food and like how they. First of all, the way they draw and animate this food, it looks delicious.
Yeah.
Second of all, when people eat this food, it's so good that their clothes like get blown off. It's crazy.
That's one spicy meatball.
It's crazy. Like I was watching this video on Facebook. They were like recreating the dishes from the anime, and they were showing the clip. Like this guy ate some, and his shirt was unbuttoned out of nowhere. It was like, wait a minute.
It's doing it itself.
He was like floating and in just pure bliss. His shirt was open. I'm like, what? What? He just ate some steak? Like, I want some of that. I saw this one clip, like, they were at a restaurant and this dude made some like soup or something. Bro, it took everybody out. You would thought like he released tear gas, like the way everybody was just like completely helpless and on the floor.
Yeah.
Like it was just food that they ate. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening? It could be confused as hentai almost. Like with the sounds and like the movements that these people are making. But they're just eating noodles.
They're just eating noodles, and next you know you get a hit with
right.
Mom, this is not what you think it is.
For real, man. But I'm gonna start watching Food Wars.
Oh man,
I want to check. I want some of that, man.
Whatever they're having, I want. They
Absolutely.
sound like they're having a great fucking time. I want that. Oh man.
But yeah, that's all I got, man.
On that, dude, what's kind of funny was right before we started doing this, I actually checked out a video as I was cleaning up my room about top 10 most famous most popular animes. And of course, number one was Dragon Ball Z, but it was literally what the fuck? Sailor Moon was on there, Attack on Titan, Bleach, what's the one with Alchemy? Full Metal Alchemist.
Thank you. I'm like, this guy what's the one with Alchemy?
I never like bro. Most of those shows is like I really never watched any of this. Freaking Death Note was on there. They're like Death Note only having one season or 2 seasons or something. No, one season was just like like it hit hard. What's his name? Conan the Detective. Conan the Detective or Detective Conan. That's an anime that's been around for fucking generations. Well, it's been like,
Okay.
man, how long? They said over 1,000 episodes, 20 movies. It's
Really?
literally it's the fourth largest anime in Japan, selling manga anime in Japan. It's literally part of the Japanese culture now. Conan,
Oh wow.
Conan or Conan, I don't know. Colin, Conan, yeah, whatever. But yeah, it was all out there. Now, some of the recent ones, like the most recent one was, I wonder which was more recent, Attack on Titan or Sword Art Online.
Attack on Titan's recent.
Is the
More
most
recent
recent
than
one?
that.
Okay, then that's the one. Because I was actually expecting, after they mentioned those two, I was expecting One Punch Man or My Hero Academia. But I'm guessing
Now, is
their
this like
fandom's
of
not
all
that big.
time?
Yeah, of all time.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, I can't edit that out. That's in there.
I can, if this is like of all time, I can kind of see why those haven't made it because they're still new. I mean, they're great. They're amazing of this time. But if it's like all time, I can see why they didn't make the list. Other ones like Full Metal Alchemist definitely deserves to be up there. Depending, I mean, they have like two different like
They combined them both.
arcs. Combine them both. So
They
just the
combined them
name,
both together.
Full Metal.
So they
Okay.
said Full Metal Alchemist was a pretty good anime and diving us into the magical thing of anime of alchemy, and then they're like when Brotherhood came around, it was darker. It grew with the audience, like it grew with the audience. It gave them a different feel. Like it was the same thing. Like the whole thing was same, but they just gave us the whole darker elements and
It was
way
a
more
few
crazier.
different tweaks in the storyline.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. That definitely deserved to be up there. Attack on Titan, that's interesting that it made the list. But it was great. Like it totally got me captivated in the first season. I'm like midway through the second season, I kind of fell off. But it was still like action packed and like it was thrilling as hell, dude. And I gotta check it out. I gotta finish that because like certain characters that you would have never guessed was a Titan. Bam, I'm a Titan. Ah. It's like, oh snap, you know. And it's that first season that should go down in history. Like,
yeah, but it's like you said, dude.
season,
Like, I remember
man.
how many times we gone to ASIN and it's like, bro, why is everybody here dressed up in fucking Attack on Titan fucking garb? Like everybody
Like,
has the jackets or the pants. Like everybody just
right.
walking around with the jacket and the pants, and you got the hardcore ones walking around with the whole 3D maneuver gear, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's when you looked at me like, bro, when there's a major one that hits, it hits,
yeah.
and everybody shows it. Oh, Naruto was on there too.
Okay.
This
I can see
the
that.
series, and they were talking about how they're like, even though it had the controversy of shitty fillers and all this other stuff, overall it was just a great show.
Right.
Because if you take out all the fillers and just connect the dots with, okay, this major event, then the connections to the next major event without the fillers in between, it's just like it's still
It was great.
It's
It was
even
great.
much more phenomenal. Yeah.
Man. Yeah, Naruto, it did its thing. It definitely did its thing.
Now the thing with fillers, and I really, really, really hate, is that you could use fillers to benefit the show. Now, if you're writing a story, okay, PK, they're doing a comic book that you created and they're making it to an anime. Let's say. Now, with all this information laid out, within fillers, you could give us some backstory on certain characters, certain places, and why, you know, these things are considered impactful on the certain character, these certain individuals.
Yeah.
You could use fillers in that way and not be like, pool party, yeah. Really?
Hey, I like those pool party episodes.
It's just like, no, it's, why would you do such a thing? You don't, or put them on a stupid mission where they're like, oh, we gotta gather what? Dinosaur eggs. No dinosaurs exist. Next thing you know, you got a fucking T-Rex just chomping through, and there goes Naruto, Sasuke, and
Those episodes are kind of lame.
it's just like, what the fuck? They try to add comedy. There's no comedy there. They try to do something different. It doesn't work. You want to make it work, make it as impactful as the main thing. But since that hasn't been written yet or is not done yet, you use the information you have now to make your characters grow and give the audience who these people are. Especially if they don't read the fucking book or anything like that.
Hey,
You
the
do
rain's
that.
here.
Yay! You gonna go outside and run around?
Maybe.
Shirtless PK.
Pool party.
You gonna get your little floaties?
Yeah. But you know, some fillers are awesome. Like some filler arcs. What's a good filler arc? Oh, from Bleach. I don't know if you were like deep into Bleach, but they had a filler arc.
I wasn't.
It was the Bountles or Bounce they call them. Like I literally thought that was the actual story.
Yeah.
It was so good. Hey, hold on real quick, okay? Hold on.
Okay.
Hello?
Yep.
All right. Sorry about that. Where was I?
The Bleach filler and how it was.
Oh,
pretty
yes,
damn good.
dude. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it was great, dude. Like I swear they had character development. Like these characters made an actual impact on the main character, dude. Their powers, bro, were legit, dude. Like that was the best filler arc I have ever like watched. And like I said, I literally thought it was part of the main story. I'm like, okay, cool. How does this tie into the Espada? And like, are they like kind of like in transition to the Espadas and stuff like that? I'm like, no, this was totally filler, had nothing to do with the main story. I'm like, wait, what? Really? I'm like, no way. And it was just that good, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how you were saying, like, you know, backstory, you know, have some impact. They like that filler arc did it right, man. Others, like there was a Naruto one, like where they were trying to like maybe this was part of the actual story where they were trying to find the tail beast, like they were gathering it. That was so boring. Like that was so boring. Like, oh my goodness, just cut to it. Like do a time skip or something.
Yeah.
This is lame. Like, cause you know they had to find the what do they call the people? I almost called them kaiju. That's from the movies, Pacific Rim. But pretty much the people that held the tail beast chakra inside of them.
Yeah.
And the Akatsuki were looking for these guys, and it was like this long drawn out thing. They had to get everyone. It was 9 of them, and there was a fight to each one. And some of them there weren't fights.
Was it like Dragon Ball Z-esque?
Not really. It was just kind of, you know, they followed the Akatsuki members. It was kind of like their side of the story as they gathered these powers. Like I said, some of them they did have fights, some of them didn't. Yeah. Like they just like, hey, we got the third tail beast, you know, like hey, we were mission complete.
Yeah.
And others like some like main characters like the fish guy, his name escapes me, or the shark guy. Like they kind of followed him around.
Jaws.
Yeah, definitely Jaws. But I think that was actually part of the main story.
Isn't
but
it
was
the guy with the
boring.
sword that looks like a fucking popsicle?
Yeah, the spiked and barbed popsicle. Yeah.
Spiked and barbed popsicle.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about a dildo or something.
Mm-hmm. It was. You that thing has a mouth on it. I don't know if you've seen that. Like it can come alive. It pretty much had a mind of its own. It was weird looking, dude.
Oh my god,
It would bend and it would bend and wiggle around. It was kind of
this is really
strange.
going to that other type of territory if we continue this conversation.
Right, definitely, dude. But yeah, some fillers can be awesome. Others, like you say, are just kind of lame, pool party type stuff, man. And I actually think My Hero is coming to that. I haven't like really seen much of it. So far, I think it's kind of the main story. Things are just kind of calming down after a major fight that they just recently had.
Yeah.
But it seems like kind of a transition into what's coming in next. Like, it may be filler, but if it is, it sounds like it's going to be good because now okay, for instance, the next episode that's coming, the students of UA Academy are going to come up with a special move. Like, awesome! I'm looking forward to this. Like, special moves, let's do it. That kind of sounds like main story type stuff, and it might be. So, if this is filler, it's so far so good. You know,
Yeah.
So far so good. That's all I got.
Well, yeah, I don't have much either. So I say we should go ahead and end this.
For sure.
PK, if you would you have anything you'd like to share in terms of like where folks can find you on social media? Do you have a Twitter? Do you have, Facebook, Instagram, things like that nature? Or you like to just be a ninja, just like fuck everybody?
Shoot, man, I am a ninja. But I do have a Twitter. Super Fresh Elite. Oh yeah.
Super Fresh Elite.
Super
So,
Fresh
ladies and
Elite.
gentlemen, if you want to follow my good friend here, you can follow him at Super Fresh Elite at Twitter.
At Twitter, man, is mainly going to be stuff about Overwatch. Just saying. Yeah. It's going to be about Overwatch. Just like, that's what I use Twitter for. Overwatch.
We all have our own fandoms.
Yep. Yeah, right.
My Twitter is filled with nothing.
Oh.
I don't do anything with Twitter. It's just like, I'll probably post something. Never do.
I don't either. It's just Overwatch. The
Sweet
teams,
tweets.
the updates, what's going on. That's what I mainly use Twitter for. And that I'm satisfied with that.
All right. Well, we already about over an hour, and
hell yeah,
I gotta edit this shit, so it's gonna be a while. Yeah, thank you. Well, already. All right, PK. Thank you for joining me on this, and
hell yeah,
this was pretty great.
It was. I look forward to making ninja appearances on your podcast. Incompetent Nerds.
Jutsu.
Incompetent
Nerd Jutsu.
Hell yeah, man. But yeah, thanks for having me, dude.
Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Our conversations off these podcasts, our normal conversations on our phones are always as great. So it's like, man, you know what? Let me have PK on here. Could have a couple. We could just share some stuff and just talk about whatever.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I look forward to having being on here again, dude.
Me too, man. You have a good one, man.
Thank you. You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Incompetent Nerds. And we are out. Bye.
PK out.